Hey guys, welcome to TRERACK City. My name is Nomad'a Trev. I live full-time on the road, and that means I wanted a really lightweight, fun bike to go on adventures with. So that's why I chose the 2022 Husqvarna Svartpilen 401. It has been an amazing bike. I've had it for about a year and a half, and I just hit about 10,000 miles on the bike. So I have a couple insights that might be beneficial for you, and that's why I'm making this video. This video won't be much of a pros and cons because I already did Yo Trev, wrong way, a pros and cons video. I'll put it up there in case you are curious. I stand by everything I said in that video. I made another pros and cons list, but it all matched the same as that last video. So if you're curious about that, or if you want to see some of the modifications I did to this bike, go check out that video. It has some really good knowledge to it, but this one's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be mostly talking about my experiences over the last 10,000 miles with this bike and a couple issues that might be helpful for you in the future if you decide on purchasing this bike. I've had some amazing adventures. I've seen some cool places, and this bike has taken it like a champ. Highly recommend this bike to beginners because it's so lightweight and easy to maneuver. I'm just super surprised of how good this bike does off-road. Man, it really takes the bumps good. I've done some sketchy dirt roads. Just took it like a champ. So that's why I recommend it for off and on road. And plus this bike gets up to pretty high speeds. I've been up to about 95 miles an hour on a windy day, and it's taken it pretty well. I did get this comment on my last review video, and I completely agree. The seat is not the comfiest. It is pretty stiff and square. But if you like the bike, you'll get used to it. I just did a 4-hour ride straight with this bike, and yeah, it hurt really bad, but I made it work and it was okay. If you're looking for a rear tire, because the original stock Scorpion Pirelli tires are obsolete in the United States, so that's why I ended up going with the DUNLOP TRAILMAX Mission tire. But this new tire has been pretty good. I had a guy comment and say, hey, those tires aren't very good in the rain. But I'm just going to have to disagree because I've done some I've done some rain rides with this bike, with this new tire, and I have no complaints. It did really well. I had to take out that mud flap right here that used to be because it was scraping so much and it was actually damaging the tire. So I had to take that off. But I put about 2,500 miles on this tire already, and this is all it's done. It has actually been holding up very well. But the only problem is the tire's too big for this bike. It makes it lean over way too far. I don't know if you guys can tell, but look at that. It's leaning over so much. So I ended up purchasing a new kickstand that I think might help. I really think since it's leaning over so much more, it's causing the front forks to leak. If that makes any sense. I think gravity is pushing it, because if I lift this bike up and I put a rock underneath the kickstand and I get it more upright, the forks don't leak. And since it's leaning over so far right now, it leaks, and it's so annoying. Honestly, wouldn't recommend the tire at this point. I'd recommend finding something at the same stock size, a 150 60/17, because it's been causing me too much issues with it being just a tad bigger. Okay, so the main thing about this video I want to talk about is this fricker, the kickstand. A while ago, I'd say about 8 months ago, when I kicked the kickstand up, the sensor said the kickstand was not up. And so I ended up cleaning the sensor. It didn't do anything. And then I ended up adjusting the little brass nut under there so it reaches the sensor more. And that ended up helping for like 3 months. I had no problems until the brass nut eventually did not have enough power to reach the sensor. So I ended up getting stranded at a Chipotle. So I found a solution. I ended up using the redneck part of my brain, and I ended up super gluing an extra magnet on top of the other magnet. So when I fling that kickstand up, the magnet ends up hitting the sensor. And I did that about almost 3 months ago now, and I haven't had any issues since. And yes, you could probably bypass the sensor, but I'm not really wanting to cut any wires or anything, so I ended up doing that, and that ended up working for me. So I'm going to do a little cut in this video to show you a little bit closer under there so you have an idea of what I'm talking about. So as you can tell, here's that nut I'm talking about. And see, it's adjustable. You can turn it back and forth. That is the magnet I super glued on top. So when you swing it, it's able to reach this sensor better. But yeah, I hope that gave you some insights, and maybe this will help you in the future with any of your kickstand issues. What else? Yes, the bike I've been running into where it just shuts off. See, it's dying right now. I got a check engine light on. Bike is dead.
Please, no! No!
What the frick happened?
No!
It turns right back on, but it goes and it dies.
What?
Ended up tipping over the bike to drain out some gas, and then it starts right up, and then it has no more issues. Very strange. I started to think maybe it's a fuel filter. Not as sure exactly what it is. It only happened to me 3 times in the last 6,000 miles, so it's not the biggest deal. It's just a little bit annoying because it always happens at the worst time, right? And then I still got that little thing on the dash saying quick shift failure. I still don't know what the heck that means. It is so annoying. I wish the tank was just a little bit bigger for range. I'd say I get about 120 to 150 miles per fill up, and it's about a 2.4 gallon tank. But that's just a small issue I have. But there's so many good things that outweigh the bad. You'd be surprised how many people come up to me and are like, wow, that is an awesome bike. What is it? Is it an electric bike? What is, people get so confused when they see it. So I love talking to people. I've had people come up and even take pictures of it. It is an awesome bike, and that's why I recommend it to people. I've had a couple of my subscribers reach out to me for more information on it, and a couple of them actually got the bike. I really hope they're enjoying it. I try to be completely honest with my bikes. I still absolutely adore the bike and recommend it to people, but these are just some issues I think you guys should keep in mind when purchasing the bike. I know they just came out with a 2024 Husqvarna Svartpilen. It looks pretty cool. I hope they fixed a couple issues. But I really hope this video was beneficial to you. I hope you got a couple insights. I love this bike. Highly recommend you check one out for yourself. Make sure to go to a Power Sports and see if you can test drive one and just get a feel of it and see what you think. You know, because don't just take my word. You go and test ride one for yourself. They are kind of rare nowadays. They're hard to find, but if you look hard enough, you will find one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, smash that like button because it really helps my channel to grow, and it shows me you guys got something from this video. And also consider subscribing if you want to see me go on some adventures with the Husqvarna Svartpilen. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Stay out of trouble.